Hello, welcome back. I'm John, an old YouTuber. Let's try to continue a little bit. So every day I read one or two documents from Wikipedia. If I not do that, I will never have any progress this project. But I need something to drink. It's a very grey and dark day today because we have very bad weather. We have very bad weather arriving later today. Storm, very bad weather. It's not 1 p.m. It's early on the day. It's 1 p.m. It's 1 p.m. in 20 minutes. But it's been like that the whole day. Just dark and grey day. But it can be like this in my country Denmark many weeks, every winter. So that's a little bit depressing. I think this is why maybe many people from my country have depression in the winter, because it's so dark and cold every day. And they eat too much food because they get depressed, then they're gaining weight like I do. So let's read. I did read about the T-80 tanks yesterday, the Russian T-80 tanks. So let's read this T-80, different kind of T-80 models. Let's do that. I need a minute to do myself ready in my bed. And I will make an English vlog video I will make after this video. Why not?
T-80 models. List of models and variants of the T-80 main battle tank. Command tanks with additional radio equipment have K added to their designation for Commanderski command. For example, T-80BK is the command version of the T-80B. Versions with reactive armor have V added, for Vzrivnoy, explosive, for example T-80BV. Less expensive versions without missile capability have a figure 1 added, as T-80B1. List of models. Object 219 Prototype Object 219 SP1. The prototype designed by Nikolai Popov was constructed in 1969 by Leningrad Kirov Plant, LKZ, and designated Object 219 SP1.1. It was essentially the T-64T powered by a GTD-1000 multi-fuel gas turbine engine producing up to 1000 HP, 746 kilowatts. During the trials it became clear that the increased weight and dynamic characteristics required a complete redesign of the vehicle's suspension. Object 219 SP2. The second prototype, designated Object 219 SP2, received bigger drive sprockets and return rollers. Their number of road wheels was increased from 5 to 6. The construction of the turret was altered to use the same compartment, 125mm to a 46 tank gun, autoloader and placement of ammunition as the T-64. Some additional equipment was borrowed from the T-64. The LKZ plant built a series of prototypes based on Object 219 SP2. In 1976 it became the T-80. T-80, Object 219, 1976. T-80, Object 219, at Patriot Park first production model. The T-80 has some features of both the T-64 and T-72, and other features unique to itself. In general, the offensive capabilities of the T-80 are similar to the T-64, but it is faster thanks to the GTD 1000 T1000 HP, 746 kilowatts, multi-fuel gas turbine engine. Visual keys are large, die-cast, irregularly spaced ribbed, rubber-tired road wheels with 3 support rollers, 2, a self-entrenching blade on the lower glacis, a lunar searchlight in the same position as the T-64. Significant differences are a coincidence rangefinder, and probable enhanced armor on the glacis, an upper glacis of steel layers enclosing fiberglass layers and a cast steel turret enclosing non-metallic materials. 2. Unlike the later models, the early T-80 had V-shaped splash platinum glacis plate. Due to its armor being obsolete, only a few hundred were built between 1976 and 1978 before the production switched to the T-80B. Some T-80s were later upgraded to B-level. 3, 4, 5, 6. T-80M1 T-80 with an arena countermeasures array fitted to rear of the turret's roof. It also has an armor belt around turret. 6. T-80B, Object 219R, 1978. T-80B. This first major redesign features a modified turret with new composite K-ceramic armor providing better protection against APFSDS kinetic energy penetrators at the front of the hull and turret. The protection level of the turret increased from 410 mm of steel to 500 mm of steel. It also includes one of 33 Fire Control System 9K112-2 system which allows firing 9M112 Cobra, NATO code at 8 Songster, ATGM using the tank's barrel. The missile control box is mounted in front of the cupola and has angled support. 3. The ATGM may be launched while moving slowly and can be auto-loaded with the 2 halves mated during ramming, but the stub charge is manually loaded. 2. Unlike T-80, T-80B does not have a splash plate on glacis plate. 4, 6, 7. Retained gun to a 46-2 from basic T-80. T-80B ob. 1980G. T-80B with a new 1100 HP, 820 kilowatts, GTD 1000 TF gas turbine engine. T-80BK, Object 660, T-80B command tank equipped with additional R130 radio, TNA navigation set, a second whip antenna and a telescopic mast. It does not have the 9K112-2 system. 3, 4. T-80O, Object 2190, 1982. A further development of T-80B. It was developed in late 1970s and first model was produced in 1982. It was an attempt to provide the T-80B tank with an improved armor and firepower. It uses 1200 HP, 895 kilowatts, GTD 1000M gas turbine engine. 7. It has the 9K119 system which allows it to fire 9M119M in VAR, at 11B sniper, ATGM using the tank's barrel. 7. It also had several pintle mounts for the NSV-30 machine gun and other improvements. The ammo load for 125mm smoothbore tank gun weighs increased considerably when comparing it to the one of T-80B. T-80B 38 rounds, T-80A 45 rounds. It has some features of the future T-80U including the new turret with stronger armor and equipped with a new fire control system with the 1G46 gunner's sight. However, because of all those improvements, T-80A is 2.8 tons heavier than the T-80B. It never left the prototype stage and was further developed as T-80U. 6, 8. T-80 Ob. 1984 T-80 with Contact 1 explosive reactive armor. The model with Contact 1 is sometimes called T-80AV. The main external difference from the T-80BV is the lack of Cobra missile guidance box in front of the commander's cupola. 6. T-80AK command variant of T-80. 6. T-80AK Ob. 1984 T-80 with Contact 1 explosive reactive armor. The model with Contact 1 is sometimes called T-80AKV. 6. T-80BV, Object 219RV, 1985. T-80B with Contact 1 explosive reactive armor. The smoke grenade launchers were moved from either side of the main armament back to the either side of the turret and positioned between the turret side and the ERA panels. On the turret of the T-80BV, the panels are joined to form a shallow chevron shape. ERA is T-80B also fitted to the forward part of the turret roof to provide protection against attacks from above. While the ERA provides a high degree of protection against ATGM of its time which relied on a He-8 warhead to penetrate armor over the frontal arc, it does not provide any added protection against APDS or APFSTs. Vehicles which were built first for some time lacked the ERA because of supply problems. Some T-80BV tanks have been equipped with dust flap under glacis plate and some of them were equipped with single-line ERA along top of hull side. A late production version had a new turret similar to the T-80U but with Contact 1 ERA. 3, 4, 6. There is a new gun to a 46M1 with 9K112 Cobra system capable of firing improved 9M112M Cobra ATGM through gun barrel. T-80BVK as per T-80BK but with ERA. First models were just T-80BK tanks with ERA. Later models were T-80BV tanks with additional communications equipment and an antenna. 4, 6. T-80U, Object 219ers, 1986. Russian T-80U, 2002, U for Ulechshiny, meaning improvement, a further development of T-80O. It was produced as a new vehicle, nothing to do with old tanks from storage. This version has a new 1100 HP, 820 kilowatts, GTD 1000F multi-fuel gas turbine engine and new turret with improved composite armor. T-80U also received a different engine decking. Additional protection is provided by Contact 5 explosive reactive armor and STRA 1 APS. There is the same gun to a 46M1 as on T-80BV but with a new 9K120 SFA system which allows firing 9M119 SFA, at 11 sniper, and 9M119 reflex, at 11B sniper, ATG through the gun barrel. 2. Also the 12.7mm NSVT heavy machine gun received the ability to be fired from within the turret with the use of a remote control which work in a similar manner to the one in T-64. New fire control system 1 a 45 Irtish with 1 V528-1 ballistic computer. Buren Palm night sight for gunner. PNK4S, AGAT. Day forward/night sight for commander. Infrared searchlight lunar mounted on the commander's cupola. Like all of the previous T-80 models, the T-80U has full-length rubber side skirts protecting the sides but those above the first throat wheels are armored and are provided with lifting handles. There are also rubber elements fitted beneath the front glacis which provide additional protection against mines with tilt rod fuses and He-8 warheads. The forward skirt elements are armored and a radiation absorption liner coat is mounted on the inside and on the outside of armor. The turret roof between the commander's and gunner's hatches has been provided with additional protection against attack from above. Driver's protection, particularly against mine explosions, is enhanced by suspending the driver's seat from the hull roof. Two clusters of 481mm 902B Tucker electrically operated smoke dischargers are mounted on either side of the turret. A live production version of T-80U still used contact 1 era. A special camouflage paint distorts the tank's appearance in the visible and IR wavebands. GTA-18 auxiliary power unit is used when the engine is off. Late production version had a more powerful GTD 1250D multi-fuel gas turbine engine and the Broad-M snorkel. 2, 4, 6, 7. T-80U OB. 1992 T-80U with an improved 1250 HP, 930 kilowatts, GTD 1250 multi-fuel gas turbine engine. 7. T-80 UK Command version, equipped with additional R163-50K and R163U radios TNA-4 land navigation system, Chu-1-7 countermeasures system, 4. Electronic fuse setting device that permits use of ANID shrapnel round, a meteorological sensor, laser. T-80U warning receivers, a GAVA-2 thermal sight which provides a 2,600 meter night acquisition range, fire control and APU. Became the main Russian export tank in the 1990s. It can be easily recognized by EO boxes on the front of turret on either side of the main armament and multiple radio antennas. 2, 6. T-80UE, 1999. Export version of the T-80U with some of the equipment from the T-80 UK, including the Chu-1-7 electro-optical countermeasures system. Unlike the T-80U, it does not have the anti-aircraft heavy machine gun mounted on the commander's cupola. Instead it has pintle mounts at the four corners of the turret, allowing its position to be switched. 6. T-80UM, Object 219 as M, modern version of T-80U. Modernization of 1995. Russian version with a new weapon system for the 9M119M reflex, at 11B sniper, ATGM, new thermal imaging sight AGAVA M1, optionally AGAVA 2 or Buran R, because of which the L4 Lunar IR has been removed. 6. T-80M1 T-80M1 Bar Snow Leopard Russian 1997 prototype with new arena active protection system, Zalagar 2000:4. 6. T-80UM2 Russian prototype with Kazdrozd active protection system, Zalagar 2000:4. 6. Kearney Oriel, Object 640, Black Eagle, a series of Russian demonstration prototypes with new turret including separate crew and ammunition compartments, blowout panels on the ammunition compartment, new autoloader, Cactus era, new targeting systems, and other undisclosed improvements. 6 and 7 axle versions have been demonstrated. 8. T-80U Bereza, 5, Object 478B, NATO code, SMTM 1989, 1985, 4. Bereza Birch Tree, Ukrainian diesel-engined version of the T-80U, with 1006 HP, 750 kilowatts, 6 TD engine and a new welded turret. 9. Early production version used contact 1 era which was later replaced with contact 5 era. 4. T-80U T-80U DK T-80U Command Tank. Prototype only. 4. Object 478BK T-80U with a welded turret. Object 478BA T-80U sold to Pakistan. 6. Object 478 due to development of the T-80U that brought about a family of Ukrainian MBs including T-84, T-84U, T-84 Oplot, and T-84 Yatagan models. T-80 BVM, 2017. By the end of 2021 up to 310 units produced by overhauling and upgrading old T-80B tanks from Stridges. The idea was to make it compatible with T-90M tanks, same gun, ammunition, ATGM, era etc., cause of supply lines. New relict era on turret and hull.